Grow a garden has hit rock bottom. And you might hear those words and think to yourself, well, that's horrible, that's horrendous, that's negative. But I see it different. I see it as a positive. Because there's been a non-stop downward trend for Grow a Garden for months and months now, and it's stopped. It's leveled off. We found a bottom. And there's a lot of good to talk about that. I also want to talk about some other things. I want to show you some other Roblox games that are trending down, as well as one game that isn't. But we'll get into that in a little bit. For now, we're going to talk about Grow a Garden. Take a look at this chart right here, okay? This is the chart. This is one you've seen very much right here. The concurrent player-based chart of Grow a Garden, peaking at a very top of 3.4 million people, and now we're down in the hundreds of thousands. But take a look at this, okay? Watch when I adjust the range. Watch me focus on even just recently. Let me zoom in there for you. Make sure you can see it nice and clear. Look at this. We've reached a bottom. We've leveled off in Grow a Garden. Why is this? I can give you many reasons. I think it's because the developers have focused on the casual player, made the event simple to understand, fun to play, and people are staying. And that's a really, really good sign. And there's other examples I want to show you about how games have turned things around. How games that were once amazing high-level games have actually come back from the dead. It is possible, and I think it is possible for Grow a Garden as well. Roblox players can be fickle creatures. We can get very bored very quickly of a game and move lightning quick when a new game pops up that everyone is talking about. Especially if you're a young person in school or even somebody in high school or college. We can all get distracted by the new shiny thing. And there were new shiny things that came out after Grow a Garden and gained ascendancy after Grow a Garden. Something like 99 Nights in the Forest. But let me show you what 99 Nights of the Forest has been doing recently. As you can see, it's also trending down, doing much better than any other game right now. It is the #1 game on the platform, but it's trending down. Things aren't as rosy as they once were. Even a game like this is down about 50% from where it once was. But it's not just 99 Nights in the Forest, there's other games that are failing, slowly but surely dwindling, partly because of decision making, partly because of people just getting bored, partly because it's just the same old and they want to try something new. But even Steal a Brainrot is trending down. Now, you see some crazy spikes here. I don't know why those are showing up for something like Steal a Brainrot, but not showing up for other games. I think it's because when Steal a Brainrot does its admin abuse, it peaks to 20 million, and that brings up the average for the entire game. But there was a time where they were averaging on a low 1.4 million players. Now on a low, they're down to less than half of that. Even Plants vs. Brainrots, the new kid on the block, cannot escape this. Where it once was averaging more than 600,000 or 700,000 on the low peaks, now it is down to half that, 250,000 on the low moments. Now, a Roblox game's player base doesn't tell the whole picture. Over here on the screen, I have YouTube search traffic for 4 different terms: Grow a Garden, Plants vs. Brainrots, 99 Nights in the Forest, and Steal a Brainrot. Check this out. This chart should not be encouraging to any of those games. You can see the blue line being this massive peak for Grow a Garden, and then dip below some of the other lines. Let me show you. Here we are looking at all 4 search terms over the past 90 days. The blue line, Grow a Garden, has clearly dipped beneath the other ones. The red is Steal a Brainrot, the yellow, 99 Nights in the Forest, and the green, Plants vs. Brainrots. But over the past 30 days, all 4 search terms on YouTube have decreased, are trending down. Highs of 51 and 100, for example, go down to highs of 36 and 84. They're just continuing to trend down. None of these games are doing great right now. They're all descending. Now, this is a conversation about Grow a Garden specifically, how I feel like it is leveled off and how I feel like it has an opportunity to go up from here. How is that possible? Are there other games, other examples of things that have come up from the ashes like a phoenix? Got you. Our first example is actually quite an old game that had fallen off the wayside, but has seen a resurgence recently, and that one is Adopt Me. Adopt Me was moving down in that 70 to 80,000 player range on average, but has spiked up to double that recently. as of October. Then you have this crazy chart here from none other than Pet Simulator 99, a game that was dead and gone, averaging, 8,000 players? Now it is climbing. It is up over 75,000 players and continuing to climb. And if you want to talk about the poster child of a resurrection, the Phoenix itself, it has to be Fish. You know Fish. I know Fish. Take a look at this. Fish has gone from a low of like less than 10,000 players on average, and it has spiked like crazy to more than 100,000 players. That is a 10x increase in average player base. It is possible to take a game that has since dwindled into nothing and to raise it up into something exceptional. What can Grow a Garden do to resurrect itself from the ashes and become the mainstream relevant thing it once was? Well, if you can tell by my face right now, I have something on the screen with a white background, so I'm about to flashbang you. Sorry. But this here is an announcement that we talked about in a previous video of a movie coming out for Grow a Garden. This right here is the single most important indication to me that the developers of Grow a Garden are not about to give up on this game anytime soon. There is no way, there is no chance, there is no universe where the developers are having this movie come out in a year and a half, who knows? And all of a sudden the movie comes out, but the game is completely irrelevant. That is a sign of embarrassment for everybody. Having seen all of this, I am not willing to give up on Grow a Garden just yet. It's a game I really enjoy. It's a game my daughter enjoys. But there is one game I hinted at, I alluded to earlier in this video. A game that is bucking the trend. A game that is actually increasing steadily, almost exponentially, where 99 Nights, Steal a Brain Rots, Plants vs. Brain Rots, and Grow a Garden are in the decline or leveling off. And that was... it's shocking to me. Though it shouldn't be that shocking to me, considering Jandal himself is working on making a fishing game. What am I talking about? I'm not talking about fish. I'm talking about Fish It. It's this game right here that is taking the Roblox world by a little bit of a storm. Even right now, in the middle of the day, it is sitting at 854,000 concurrent players. And whereas Grow a Garden's chart looks like this, Fish It looks like this. A game that has been out since January is climbing out of nowhere. This chart shows the amount of new players who are picking up the game as we speak since September, just in a couple of months. The number of people favoriting it is climbing up. Playtime is going from 13 minutes all the way up to about 40 minutes on average. In just 3 months, Fish It has gone from 40,000 people to 10 times that. Plus. It's not over for Grow a Garden, it's not over for Steal a Brain Rot or for 99 Nights in the Forest, but there is a new kid on the block. A new kid so new, I'm kind of interested in it. I kind of want to see what it's about. I'm also curious about Jandal's fishing game. Clearly he sees a trend here and he's trying to capitalize on it. But I'm definitely curious about this game. I want to see what it is. Grow a Garden is at its bottom. I think it is bottomed out. There is an opportunity for resurrection. But right now, these fishing games seem to be taking over. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was valuable to you. If it was, go ahead and hit subscribe. Become part of the first 300k OGs on the channel. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.